Hello traders, today is Tuesday the 8th of August and this is your 5-minute Bitcoin price update. So starting off here on the daily time frame and once again using these EMAs as a bit of context, we can see that we are still consolidating below that 50 EMA, the yellow one here, and that 21 EMA, the green one, and finding support on this 100. Price obviously dropping down to recover the majority, pretty much all of this high volume candle that we did have from the drop down, this being the highest volume candle from the entire move up that we had back in June. If we go down onto the 4-hour charts that we can see here, this little gap here is the gap in the chart, that fair value gap from that particular day. So coming back and filling those single prints without really affecting the previous day's candle on here. Going on to the 4-hour, we still see that pressure. So pressure being applied by the moving averages, by the VWAPs, and by just a lot of basically selling delta coming into the market. And yeah, still unable to break through this, but as of yet, no real movement. Yesterday, of course, taking out those weekend and Friday lows before getting a decent bounce to take out the weekend highs. We will take off these EMAs now and we'll just go down onto a lower time frame because that is where everything is happening. And yeah, so as I said, the main trade yesterday coming from, well, we actually had a couple. I did take a long initially, if we go on to the 15-minute here, I did take a long initially after taking out these weekend lows. So you can see the Saturday and the Sunday lows here. Price coming down, taking out those lows before bouncing and then getting a rejection and dropping to take out the Friday lows as well. As we continue on onto today, I have today taken a short position, although on the higher time frames, I do feel that we are a little bit more likely to be breaking up and to be seeking up towards some higher prices. However, for today so far, I have taken a short. So if we just add on over here, we want to add on our weekly levels. Okay, so we can see price coming up this morning, taking out the Monday high and so far getting a rejection. So an SFP off of that Monday high and rejecting. So this is where I've taken my short position. And ideally for myself, I'd like to see this come back down to around about that Monday EQ. That takes out these lows, recovers this gap in the chart, these imbalances that we have lower down. What we also have around there is if we're just looking at this fixed range pool, okay, we can see that weekly open Monday EQ acting as a little bit of confluence here. So the midpoint of this entire move, it would be nice if we can see a pullback around about to that point and then see if once again holding within this range that we've been in for such a long time before maybe continuation either lower or higher from that point there. So yeah, short from this morning, looking for a bit of a move down before getting a bounce later on. On the 4-hour time frame over here, okay, you can see that we are getting these selling delta candles over here. So we're getting these delta divergences up at the highs that we're currently at. We do still have this low volume node that I am interested in. We obviously have the confluence up there with this being the golden pocket. And if we are to take an anchored VWAP from this high over here, then this is starting to come into that area. So if we do get a drop back down into that Monday EQ, maybe a bounce up towards about 29,600 would be quite decent. Looking on the TPO, we did put in a decent low yesterday, a nice buying tail on the day. And of course, we do have that previous day POC that I am interested in. But once again, it's really this area down here, this gap between the support that we found yesterday and the resistance, that little impulse up that I'm maybe mainly interested in at the moment. So that really is the main trade for the day. Decent high that we've put in so far. Would like to see a pullback, but then overall, I think the higher time frame still looking as if we can get a little bit of a move up after that. So yeah, that will wrap up this video, and I will update, of course, periodically throughout the day on the Discord for anyone who is in the crew. So have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.